And you are going to end up with a bunch of people who are unhappy because your job cannot replace the feeling of having a family.
See, that's Candice. You're saying that because a job cannot replace the feeling of a family, that means people can't be happy. Does anybody else see the flaw in that logic? You may be right, Candice. Maybe a job will never replace having a family, but that don't mean that I'm still not happy on my job. Maybe I'm not as happy. In 2 seconds, this is where her argument completely falls apart. All right, sure. Maybe I'm not as happy with kids, but I'm still incredibly happy if I'm on a boat. So those are two different arguments you're trying to make.
Family.
So what you're saying is we need to look at every individual case and see what is going to fulfill you or what is going to, I guess, essentially predict your happiness more. Because if we look at, for example, the Nordic countries, right? These countries tend to be highest in happiness and marital satisfaction from women. And we see that they also have been the most open in regards to
Yeah, she's making a good point right here, but she is also missing something. It is true that women in the Nordic countries report higher levels of happiness, and they are the most egalitarian. But also there's a lot less social pressure as it relates to having health care and as it relates to working in general out there. So I bet you the happiness levels are just gonna be different for people out there and out here anyway. But then also women out there, even though they're more egalitarian, they also separate themselves into more feminine positions, being that they are more egalitarian. So that could be leading to them being happier as well. There's not as much pressure on them to go out and get work, even though they are more egalitarian. So that's a very nuanced situation over there.